So we'll see how this works out if the defense can hold them here. Of course, talking about the contrasting styles of what we've seen from Marion, Union, Ridgeview the last few weeks, the wide open spread. These guys are sort of inside, which they've been able to contain. Now Lehigh's starting to spread out a little bit. We'll have to see if we can adjust as it's first down and 10.
Again, as you said, they're running two wide receivers to both sides, one running back in the backfield as they hand the ball off again for little to no gain. Gate City saw that one that time and sniffed it out. 75, Isaac Stapleton, the first one in on the stop, but there was two other Gate City defenders on the tackle for... It's going to be third down and about 2. They were so far back where it was second down and 20-some that they did not get a first down, Joe. So it's still third down and 2. They did not give them an automatic first down on that horse collar. I think they missed that call because that was a personal foul. As they hand the ball off, and I believe we've stopped them. It's going to be close, but great tackle right there. Great tackle by Isaac Stapleton right at midfield, and it's going to be fourth down. They did not get it, Joe. Fourth down and a long 1.
4-down territory, I think, for Lehigh right now when you're down 14-0 at home. Again, 58 seconds left in the first quarter. You're playing for your playoff life, and here they come up. It's fourth down. See if they can convert the 4th and 1.
Fourth down, I formation at their own at the 49-yard line. Let's see if they go quarterback keeper straight ahead. As he does, he dives straight ahead, and let's see where they mark it. It's one gentleman's marking it one place, the other one's marking it the other, but I believe it's going to be a first down. Joe, if you can see what I'm seeing, it looks like one lineman is one place and another line judge has marked it almost a whole yard back, but they're going to give them a first down as there's an injured Lehigh player on the field. So we'll
as we've got a break here, we'll hit a few scores. We were talking about the shutout or the scoreless game over in Richlands. That is now over with. 19-yard touchdown pass. Richlands now leads Marion 7-0. Sullivan North drove down the field on Happy Valley. They're in the red zone, still 0-0 there. Richlands again, that 7-0 lead. East Side 28, Twin Springs nothing. That game about to go to running clock. Lebanon 7, Castlewood 6. Graham and Virginia High, as they go to the second quarter, that game is scoreless. So some defense being played tonight. Of course, there's been some turnovers as well. And again, we'll get to all this on the Campus Drive-In halftime show coming up here, of course, at halftime. Scores and highlights, and we'll talk about the first half here as we close in on the end of the first quarter, which is, again, Gate City 14, Lehigh 0, 40 seconds left as Lehigh has the ball. First and 10 on the 47.
The injured player who came out was Rowe. The reason I say that's their center. So let's see, almost a little bobble of exchange right there on the first one. I was anxious to see that. They do get the handoff, and he's going to get about 5 to 6 yards. Carrying the ball straight ahead is Blake Lewis. He's a senior. First really good run of the game for him as he gets about 6 yards. But again, their center is out right now. On that quarterback keeper, he got ran over there slightly. So let's see if he's still limping around down there. So they do have their backup center in, and the first exchange was not the smoothest. We know how that's been. So let's see what we've got. That's going to be the end of the first quarter. I was looking for a timeout, but that's going to be the end of the first quarter, ladies and gentlemen. And from the University of Lehigh here in Ben Hur, Virginia, Gate City, our Gate City Blue Devils lead Lehigh 14-0. We'll take a break and come back. Again, you're listening to the home of Blue Devil Sports. This is Gate City Sports Radio.
Open 6 days a week and specializing in all types of truck, trailer, and heavy equipment repair, M&P Repair can take care of all of your needs. Serving the area from their convenient Gate City location on U.S. Highway 23 North, M&P Repair also works with owner-operators and fleet operators for maintenance, repairs, and they also give free estimates. So give them a call today at 276-870-0989. That's 276-870-0989. M&P Repair proudly supports Gate City Athletics.
And we're back here. Start of the second quarter. Lehigh has the ball on the Gate City 40-yard line.
Lehigh's quarterback under center. He's from the 40, 41-yard line. Is almost a tackle in the backfield for a loss. He's going to get about 2 to 3 yards, but another great tackle right there by Gate City's number 55. We'll have to turn the lights on here, Joe. There's no lights
Michael
in
Calhoun.
the press box. Michael Calhoun on the carry right there for a gain of about 3. And the coach from Lehigh has, I believe, talked them in to a measurement. Let's see what they're going to end up doing.
Or they were going to try to move the chains. Coach Akers was jumping up and down saying, not so fast, guys. And but Lehigh was already starting to move the chains, looked like.
They're not really sure, ladies and gentlemen, for those of you listening. Yeah, they're going to give them a first down. So one coach won over the other, it looks like, over the officials, as it's going to be 1st and 10 from the 36-yard line as Lehigh readies the ball for play as they mark it down. So again, they're in the wishbone formation, or the double wishbone formation.
Just a wishbone.
Excuse me.
Just a regular wishbone.
Wishbone, I'm sorry. The regular wishbone. As they break a tackle right there, 25, 20, 15. Pushes one of our guys down right there. Wow, what a hard running right there. But there is a marker at the 24-yard line. Some of the hardest running I've seen right there by a player. We had Herring had him wrapped up right there and was trying to tackle him, which he was doing a great job of, but he just took his arm and just pushed him off of him.
Levi Roten again. That was the recipient of that stiff arm.
Man, he took
good
Levi
hard
to
running
the ground.
You know, we talked about in the preview. Again, he's got about 600 yards on the season, so good hard runner. Again, Lehigh, this team, you know, they sort of converted over from the spread to the wishbone. Of course, they've got some wrinkles still put in there, but again, good hard running for Lehigh on that play.
Yeah, carrying the ball was Blake Lewis right there. He got the ball down to about the 10, but they moved it back for a penalty. I believe it's going to be a hold. They never really showed us. It was some kind of weird. They wanted to say a hold, but then they didn't motion, so we're not really sure. But it's first down from the 30-yard line, but it's 1st and 4 as they run that off-spread formation, and they're going to get the ball down as they carry a couple of the Gate City defenders running hard that time. Finally getting the first look was Devin Goins as he got the ball at the 25, was able to break a couple of tacklers and carried 2 of the Gate City players down from the 20 to the 15 down to about the 14-yard line, Joe. So that was probably one of the strongest. These last 2 plays have been strong runs by Lehigh.
Again, we talked about you can't let your foot off the throat. Again, that penalty that gave them the first down towards midfield. Again, Lehigh now in business in Gate City territory.
Yeah. It's going to be Lehigh from their own, or from the Gate City 12, again carrying the ball straight ahead for a gain of about 4. That's going to be Josh Tritt again. Josh carries the ball, where he's going to be stopped on the play by Jace Mathis. And they're going to give him forward progress down to about the 9, where it's going to be 2nd down and about 6. They can they can get a first down without scoring, but I'd like to stop them on downs here. It's 10:36 to go in the first half. Gate City leads tonight 14-0. Again, 10:30 to go. Gate City leads 14-0. Lehigh on the door at the 10-yard line. I say hand the ball off straight ahead once more, straight up the line. That's going to be Blake Lewis again. Blake gets the ball to about the 5-yard line, 5.5.
Their big third down convert play right here. Again, can Gate City hold them? A couple scores just came in. Granger with a 6-0 lead over Sullivan Central. They missed the extra point. Sullivan North has punched it in. They were in the red zone, 8-0 over Happy Valley. Lebanon extends their lead over Castlewood, 13-6. Grundy 7-0 over J.I. Burton. That game still in the first quarter. Again, Graham has now scored on Virginia High, 6-0, as Lehigh has a third down inside the Gate City 10.
Yeah. let's look for something possibly a little different here as they go to the outside right here trying to get the first down. And you get the first down. He got the first down, and he also got the end zone. Touchdown Generals. Carrying the ball into the end zone was number 7, Blake Lewis. Looked like the same play that Gate City used to score their touchdown as he broke the ball. Instead of running up the middle, he broke the ball to the far outside. We had a couple tacklers out there, but just his hard running carried him into the end zone. Hard running right there by the Lehigh Generals. As with 9:33, they're finally on the board here in the first half as Gate City holds 14-6 pending the extra point. As we await the extra point, snap down, kick up, and this kick is going to be no good, ladies and gentlemen. Big miss right there, which allows Gate City to keep an 8-point lead. So,
how big was that last week against Marion? You know, we converted the first 3, and then we missed the last 3. Those points, big. And of course, how about Marion missing their extra points, which helped us stay in the ball game? So,
and they went for 2 3 times and made it.
Yeah.
And then they brought in their younger kicker once they thought the game was in hand, which basically could have possibly given them up six points. But who would have known Gate City would have come back from the dead last week to score 35 unanswered. So, but again, anytime you can hold more than a 7-point lead, you put the pressure on the opponents. And again, Gate City will be receiving the second half kickoff, and we're at 9:33 to go. As a little bit of life is starting to appear here from the Lehigh sides as Joe scrolls in on those of you watching on the cheerleaders as they play jump around, I believe. So
Greenville has jumped out. They've scored the first one. Jumping around. Jumped out to lead 7-0. Kate Ballard. Who else goes into the end zone from 7 yards out? Again, that 7-0 lead right now. And of course, Granger 14-0 now over the 1 win Sullivan Central Cougars.
Oh my goodness. Again, Hunter Parkley is their punter, kicker, wide receiver. He'll be kicking off here. Get back deep for Gate City. It'll be the trio of Reed, Mack, and I believe Tomlinson as they do an onside or a squib kick, and it's going to be covered very nicely as they squib kick the ball about 15 yards. You can't quite say it was an onside kick, but Gate City was ready for that because I don't think they all knew what was going on because Lehigh did not rush to that ball. We had plenty of time to fall on that. So
could have been a situation where he just kind of missed it. You know, we saw that last week with Marion. We kind of missed that one, if you remember, over about the 30-40. We almost got it. So
that ball went on the ground about 20 yards. So let's consider it a long onside kick and give him the credit for it. As we're back to action, as there's a pitch and there is a fumble on the play, and it's going to be recovered by Lehigh. Lehigh's recovered it as Sally was hit just as he pitched the ball and caused it to make a bad pitch to Luke Reed, and jumping on the ball is going to be Lehigh as they're still fighting for it down there, and Luke may come out with it, but they've already motioned that it's going to be Lehigh ball.
Momentum has swung, and
yes, it has.
What is it the result of a turnover, a Gate City turnover? This is the 8th game of the season. That's turnover number 26.
So we're averaging over 3 turnovers a game.
That's right. So
as you can hear the crowd getting into it a little bit more, you know, we could have probably ran the clock almost down right there, but we'll see how it goes right here as Lehigh has the ball. Great open field tackle as they try to break the ball inside, but that was not going to happen. As on the stop was big number 70, Luke Chapman. Luke on the stop, gain of about 3, as that could have been a lot more, but a great tackle right there by Luke. As they're bringing in a lot of different players right now for Lehigh. Lehigh's not a big team, but they are playing a lot of different players. Like the coach told me, he had about 15 different ones he could possibly start tonight. So again, they're going to be in the shotgun this time, as the quarterback's going to keep it, and Gate City had seen that somewhere before. Hit for a loss and hit hard as